Welcome to the Rally of Portugal power stage. What a power stage this is. It is over 30 kilometres in length. The interesting thing is the surface change. The surface changes so many times. We've got lots of different terrain within this 30 kilometres, and I'm going to try and give you today just a little flavour of what the power stage is all about here in Portugal. So here we go. We'll take a quick look at the first few Ks of the stage, and then we'll go into the middle of the stage, and then we'll go probably towards the end of the stage. So here we go. We're heading in from the start line. So the car's off the start line here, fast as fast can be. It's a nice, long, sweeping start to this stage, the power stage. Power down, away they go. And we'll just look how hard and compact this surface is. It really is. At this point in the stage, and as I said, the surface will change considerably as we go through the nearly 31 Ks of this one. These are nice sweeping bends, but already you can see just how hard this is. There's a lot of bedrock on the stage here. Now, lovely day today, but as you can see around us, it is very green. They've had a lot of rain over the winter. We've been here before, round about this time of year, and it's been absolutely sand-like. Absolutely no colour in the surrounding hills. Middle of a drought, not the case this year. It's been quite cold during the winter. It's been very wet indeed, and as you can see, it's green. Doesn't really affect this part of the stage because obviously, as I said earlier, it's a bedrock here, and it's very, very, very dry and dusty indeed. A lot of dust being thrown up by the back of the car, but look how quick it is. We're over to the west of the Algarve here, as far west as the rally comes actually, and this stage in fact is the slowest stage of the rally. All the other stages across towards the east, they're across the top of a plateau, and they are very fast, very flowing. You might think, well, this stage is fast and flowing. It certainly looks it at the start, but as we get further into the stage, what you'll see is that it becomes quite different. Now there is the first of our blind crest. That's a real feature of this rally. Blind crest, you've got to get the line right, you've got to get the speed right. Still very quick indeed as we make our way in through the stage. We're up to 1 and a bit Ks into the stage now, heading towards our first little feature on the stage. A tight little bridge left now, braking hard, turning left. Now don't want to cut that too hard, there's quite a lip there, and then immediately right again. Okay, getting as close in as you can see how bumpy that is. Flat out again, down through the gears, up through the gears even. You're certainly not going down through the gears at this point, you're going up through the gears. Look how red this surface is as well. It's loose, it's going to clear, but don't forget, the power stage is the second time they will run this one. It'll be run in the morning, it'll be run in the afternoon. There's a big field here in Portugal. What do we have in Mexico? 20 odd cars, 70 odd cars here in Portugal. So this road will be well swept. Could be a problem for the first couple of cars, because as we know, drivers further down the field tend to take a different line. They can pull all sorts of rubbish across the road. So it could be that whoever's first, second on the road in the power stage might struggle a little bit creating the lines again. But it really is a remarkably fast start to this stage. First 5 or 6 Ks are like this, but it does get different. Join us again very, very shortly. We're going to fast forward a few Ks to the next part of this stage. Here we are, 12 Ks in now. The first 7 or 8 Ks, fast and flat and flowing. Hard on the cars though, hard on the tires. But just look at this. It is so different. It is so soft in here. Trees either side. You've got gum trees, you've got cork trees. Quite a bit of actual soft mud. Look at that on the inside there. It really is quite different to what we saw earlier on. It's tight, it's narrow, it's slippery. Really tough for the cars. Remember, second time round, the tyres could well be beginning to show some signs of wear. And in this stuff, it might be a little bit difficult. Look how soft it is on the inside of that one as we head up through. The little trees on the right, these are cork trees on the right. There are orange groves off down to the valley on the inside. Then it opens up again as we head out of those little areas, and it's quite a few Ks of that kind of stuff. But look at the view across there, that's something else, but it's still very, very soft. As I said, they've had quite a bit of rain here over the winter time. Various forecasts that we're seeing just now, but there's a possibility that before we get to here on Sunday afternoon for the power stage, we might see some more rain. Look how dark this surface is. It's almost like clay, almost a clinging, slippery, slidey kind of clay. And we can tell the recce cars have already been through. The majority of recce cars will have been through here this morning, and the lines already being created. But that is very, very different to the first part of the stage. Once again, fast forward to the last 4 Ks of the power stage. So We've made it through the first 27 k's of the power stage, and what a 27 kilometers. It's been all kinds of hazards in there, lots of different surface changes as well. Remember that first 7 or 8 k's was blindingly quick, really wide, really fast, nice hard surface. We then got up on top of the hills and it was nice and open again, but it started to narrow down as we came down the other side of the hills into those little tight valleys, and it got very muddy indeed, didn't it? But we're inside the last 4 k's of the power stage, and once again it changes. Bit of scrubland around here, but again you can see just how hard that surface is. Bit of cleaning to do as well. The line is pretty loose, as you can tell. You can hear underneath my car, you can hear the stones kicking up against the underside of the car. There's no protection on this, we'll have to be a little bit careful. Again, oh, you feel that there. It really is. It's hard. It really is a hard surface. I really wouldn't like to guess what might happen if it does rain here. The places where we saw the mud, that dark red surface, will get incredibly muddy. And these, look at this. This is really hard bedrock here. Now, what will happen there if it rains? Well, it'll turn into almost marbly kind of surfaces. It'll get very, very slippery indeed. Oh, watching out here for, on the left-hand side, there, that is a little minibus. Watching the walls, well, they're just erecting the TV towers to the right-hand side there. You've got to be careful with these little walls, they're quite close in. You don't want to make a mistake. You've got through the majority of the rally. You're heading towards the end of the power stage now, perhaps to pick up 3 points if you win it, 2 points if you're second, 1 for the third fastest car through the power stage. It's been exciting so far. This year's been dramatic in the power stage. We certainly didn't expect Mikko Harvinen to come through with the fastest time in Mexico a couple of weeks ago. Will he do the same here? He's got a good chance. Harvinen likes these kind of roads. As I say, this one, well, it's got everything in it. It's as far west as we go in the rally. It's the slowest stage potentially of the rally. We're in now towards, the last 2 kilometers of the stage, in towards a spectator point. Down the hill here, it's fast and it's flowing, and then it gets tight and twisty again. Oh, look at that, braking hard. My brakes are squeaking. Little pond on the left-hand side as we turn in, getting nice and close there. Lots of spectators here. There will be huge crowds all across the route of Rally Portugal. It's well, I tell you what, when it was round Lisbon, the crowds were just quite remarkable, but they're big here on the Algarve. There'll be a lot of people out and about, I'm sure, as we head into a fast uphill. Oh, pulling it round, fast uphill, right-hander. Not too far away from the flying finish now, in amongst the trees again. It's got tight again, hasn't it? You can see there are some big stones around, big rocks. Now we've seen drivers, many drivers being caught out by rocks pulled onto the line from the cars in front of them. I think that's going to be a big, big issue this weekend. We saw quite a few punctures in Mexico. What have Michelin done to the tyres? Can they do anything? I don't think they can. I think we have to wait for an upgrade on that tyre. So punctures could be an issue. So nice, neat, tidy lines. What's going to be called for on this one? It's tough though when it's as hard as this. The car's being thrown all over the place. Oh, hello. This is a tight one. Oh, just a bit of handbrake to get round to the left-hand side there. Heading in almost to the flying finish now. In through the houses here. You have to be neat, you have to be tidy, you have to be precise. Could be chasing those tenths of a second. We've seen the power stages so far, very close indeed, but don't forget, it was only 4 kilometers in Sweden. It was 8 kilometers, the power stage in Mexico. This one, a fraction over 31 kilometers. Are we going to see the times as close as we've seen them on the first 2 power stages of the World Championship? Oh, and again, that just tightening round to the left-hand side, nice and tight on the right. Heading in, pulling the cars round. Oh, the back end, that's the traction control on my car, keeping us straight there. And it opens out again as we head. I thought we were a little close nearer to the finish than we are, but we're not that far this time, I promise you that. Not that far from the finish at all, as it gets quick again. Nice flowing section. You'll see a lot of this on the television. This last section, the last kilometre or 2, being covered by something like 14 or 15 cameras. So as long as we've got some good weather, we'll have the helicopter up there. You'll see some great shots from the final stage of Rally Portugal. Hard the surface is. You're not going to get through this at all. It won't cut up too badly in terms of rutting. But it'll get messy. There'll be rocks pulled out, there'll be stones pulled out, there'll be gravel pulled out. Heading towards the last section now. Nice and tight on this house on the right. Past we go. Up the hill again. Over the bouncy heavy stuff. You can feel the hits on the car there. These New World Rally cars, they won't even think about this. The suspension travel will absorb all of these bounces. It'll be flat out, there'll be no lifting. There we are, in towards the flying finish, and we're through 31.04 Ks of the power stage. It runs as the final stage of Rally Portugal. You have seen it first on iRally. Don't forget to look us up, the iRally channel on YouTube. You can see an awful lot of little videos there from various rallies around the world, but this one is a monster of a power stage.